name is Ariyon Damilola. I'm together with my group members. We're in insurance department. We'll be talking about the topic Information and Communications Technology, the Enterprise Architecture. Firstly, what is Information and Communications Technology, ICT? This refers to diverse technological sets of and tools, resources used to send, store, create, transmit, and exchange information. What is enterprise architecture? Enterprise architecture simply refers to the way an organization operates and structure itself to achieve the business goals and objectives. Think of an enterprise as a collection of organizations with common goals in order to deliver goods and products to their markets. Enterprise architecture outlines how a business operates and structures itself to achieve its goals and objectives. Therefore, it is a methodology by which enterprise plans and arrange information communications IT architecture in order to identify and analyze change to execute the desired objectives and goals of the business. Bringing these two terms together, ICT and enterprise architecture, this simply means achieving the goals and objectives of a business through the use of ICT. Communications technologies, the technological components of communication technology encompasses hardware, software, and telecommunications. This topic gives an overview of how ICT works, how this whole process comes to be, and how it fixes up together. In this video, we'll be talking about the hardware, the 4 hardware components and the examples. We'll also be talking about the software, the 2 major types of software and how the software is created. We'll be talking about the network and examples of network protocols, and finally we'll be talking about the enterprise architecture, the importance of enterprise architecture and the trends in ICT over time. I'll be handing over to my colleagues who will talk about computer hardware.
Hello, my name is Anya Wiadari. From Insurance Department, and I'm talking about the computer hardware and its components. Computer hardware is a physical part or component of a computer that can be felt, seen, and touched. There are 4 components of a computer hardware. They are the input, output, processing, and memory device. Input devices are devices that comprise. Input devices comprise of any devices that allows the users to give instruction to a computer, and essentially it's a medium of sending data to a computer so that users can interact with and control it. Examples of input devices are the keyboard and mouse, while output devices allows computers to give instructions like to other devices and the users in a form which we can understand, which are the audio and the video form. And examples of output devices are the monitors, the speakers, and the printers. While processing devices, this is the core function of a computer, and is also the intermediate stage where raw data can be transformed into information so that it can be attributed meaningfully for the users. An example of the processing device is the CPU, which is the central processing unit. And the memory devices is devices that are capable of storing information temporarily or permanently. And there are 2 types of memory devices, which are the primary and secondary. Primary memory is volatile, which means that it can retain information when the computer is turned on, and it's cleared off when the computer turns off. An example of the primary memory is the RAM, which is the random access memory. And secondary memory is non-volatile, which means it can store information for a long time. An example of secondary memory is the flash drive. And
Alright, good afternoon. My name is Ezekiel Enyani. So I'll be talking about this software. So a software, you have different types of software. But first of all, I'd like to define what the software is. It's a series of instructions given to the computer. Alright, so we have various types of software, but I'll be restricted to talk about the 2 major types of software that we have, which is the application software and the system software. Now moving forward, the application software is a software that is designed to carry out a specific purpose, while the system software is actually designed to work on the computer hardware and to create a platform for the application to be able to run on top of it. Now moving forward, I'll talk about examples of application software. An example of an application software is the web browser and word processing. While example for the system software is I would just like to say one, which is the OS, that's the operating system. Other examples of system software, you can have the firmware also. Now, in the creation of the software, the software is actually compiled through a binary code. Now, binary code is the only language, is the only thing the computer understands. Now, the binary code is 0 and 1. Now, from a live idea the person should have, from that live idea it moves to a binary code, from a binary code to a live program. Now,
Start.
alright, a binary code, writing a binary code can actually be tedious and it can be slow and it can be time consuming. So a source code is actually used. A source code is an instruction in which trained personnel are able to read, just like the computer developers and the computer programmers. Now, a source code, when a source code is being used, it must, before the computer can be able to carry out any instruction, it must be converted to a binary code. Now, this process of conversion is what we call compilation. Now, for example, a program of the term the word. Before a computer can be able to carry out that instruction or that program, it must be converted to a binary code, just like I said earlier. Now, this binary code is just between 0 and 1. Now, from the 0 and 1, it must be converted from the source code to the binary code. Now, if there's an error, maybe in the word, maybe a misplaced punctuation mark or a misspelled word, it becomes an error. The computer won't be able to carry out that instruction given to it. So I'll be calling on my next colleague to talk about
Okay. My name is Onisha Tadibola and I'm from the insurance department, and I'll be talking about the major types of networks, and the transmission medium they use, plus the examples of network protocols. First of all, what are networks? Networks are a network is a system of linked devices or computers with the interconnection of with the international with a network is a system of linked devices where the interconnection of main where the interconnection lies between the main objective of communication between other devices, so as to share data, resources, and applications. There are distinct types of networks. A network can be distinguished by their size or their purpose. The size of a network can be described by the geographical area they occupy and the number of networks connected to the number of computers connected to the network. The networks are PAN, Personal Area Network; LAN, Local Area Network; MAN, Metropolitan Area Network; and WAN, Wide Area Network. And also in terms of purpose, network can be generalized as can be termed as a general purpose, but we have other networks that have significant functions, which are SAN, EPN, and VPN. SAN is Simple Area Network, Enterprise Private Network, and Virtual Private Network. So, Network protocols are sets of standard rules that regulate the communication between two devices. In simple terms, it can be seen as the language in which two devices must comprehend for a flawless pass of information. Examples of protocols are TCP or IP, that is Transfer Control Protocol or Internet Protocol. We have HTTPS, which is the Hypertext Transmission Protocol. We have the DNS as Domain Name System, etc.
architecture defines the structure and the operation in an organization. It involves the practice of analyzing, designing, planning, and implementing enterprise in an organization. The intent of the enterprise architecture the intent of an enterprises in an architecture. It determines how the organization to affect the intent of enterprises in an organization. It shows to determine how the organization can affect its future and current objectives. What are the importance? Enterprises enterprise architecture helps in the helps in the coordinating of departmental level in an organization. It enables more innovation in an organization. It also helps in the reduction of risks and exposure in an organization. It helps business going through digital transformation. What are the trends in enterprise architecture? As a enterprise architecture as a product, it helps in the measuring of it helps it helps in the measuring of strategic value in an organization. Digit computing, it reduces cloud computing costs, and it also increases privacy, security, and resiliency. As an artificial intelligence, it helps the organization to make faster decisions and so on.